On my wrist, they drippin'. Came through drippin'. Drip, drip. Came through drippin'. Drip, drip. Came through drippin'. Drip, drip. Diamonds on my wrist, they drippin'.
Okay, so this is going to be a talk through video. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys what I did to get this eye, and my face is not done, but the base is. So I have on my foundation, I have my brows done, I have my bronzer, contour, and my concealer on. And then my face is set. So the only thing I need to put on my face is blush and highlight. So I'm gonna do that after I do these eyes. This is the Morphe KathleenLights palette, which is a very nice neutral palette from Morphe. Of course, they have a million neutrals, but it also has like pops of color. So you have like your glitter, you have that green, which is pretty, you have like this really icy color as well. So this is what I just used to make this look. I did use, I think, maybe a couple out of other palettes, but first I'm gonna go into this mustard color and then put that right here. Into this pink as well. I'm just using the same brush, y'all, because I don't care. Also because a lot of the times if the previous color was on there, if it isn't darker or too off, it'll help it blend actually really well. So I'ma just do that, okay? So I'ma just use the same brush. I am not fancy. We're not gonna act like it, okay? Put there. And this is just going to give me a very nice transition and also make it very smoky. A lot of the keys, this is a very, not everyday look for me, but a go-to look, because it looks like it's so much work and it's not. It's not. It's a lot of blending, and I bring it out a lot because when you bring it out again, it gives you that smoky effect. There we go. That looks good. And like I said, I'm just going to bring that out here. So just doing that will help bring it out very slightly. And you want it to look real smoky. So after I do that, then that's pretty much, like, that's it. That's the hard part, is blending those three colors. Going into this palette, which is the Subculture, the infamous Subculture palette. So I'm going to go into All Star here. And I'm just using like a flat brush. And then I'm gonna make kind of like a half circle, so kind of like a cut crease, but I'm just using one color. This cool thing about this that people don't like is that it does change a little bit, mixing it with other things and even adding on. The color gets darker, and actually, if you can't tell, this looks really dark, and that has everything to do with the fact that I just kept putting more and more on it. So to try and activate that, I'm adding a little bit more of that color, the dark color that I put in my crease, and that pretty much works. Like I said, this palette is so weird. So putting colors, mixing them on top of it changes it and makes it like darker. So that's what I did. So the next thing I'm gonna do is my inner corner first. So I like to just take a little small brush like this one, which if you watch my previous video, I use this like the whole time. It's like my favorite. And I'm gonna go into the Masquerade by Juvias palette. I have a shade in here that I'm obsessed with, and it is Giza or Giza, or the Beyonce shadow, because something about highlight, you guys, like it don't make no sense. So I'm gonna go in with this. So another thing I like about this palette is it has a white and a black. So I like the black. It works. My favorite black is obviously any black by Kat Von D because it's so black. But this one is pretty good and it's very buildable. So, ooh, ooh, ooh. So now that that's done over here, it's really not done. But we're gonna go ahead and put my lash on. I'm gonna go ahead and glue that on So that's not really fun to watch, so I'm probably gonna fast forward. And I'm gonna just sit that down. For my mascara today, I'm actually using Tarte Lights Camera and Lash. Never use this. I normally use my Kilos, I think this was called, one, wherever, but yeah. I'm gonna use this one today. I just kind of, honestly, I just wanted to try this one out again. Like I use it, it's either this one or the other one, but so now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and put this lash on. So these are Scarlett number 8s. My favorite lashes are always like that on my eyes. That's what I like. That's what I like. So that's what I try to go for. So while that is gonna dry, you kind of get this gist of the eye look. Very smoky, very mauve. I like this look a lot because, again, it's a very quick look, and it can be every day for me if you are extra. If you're not, then this can be just like a going out look or special occasion, but it doesn't take a lot of work. So the next thing I'm gonna show y'all, because you know people be like, Ebony, you just be glowing, you look like you just a glow stick, is the highlight. So I'm gonna go into the Anastasia That Glow kit. I have had this since it came out, so it's been like a couple of years, and as much highlight as I use, then this is all that I've used out of it, but I do have different ones. So next thing I'm gonna do is put this right here. I like to put it around my brow because it makes this like the cheekbone like look even bigger when it's right above your brow. Some people put it right here. It can make your face look, you know, bigger, but I don't care for it right there. So now that that's done, because I have like a lighter color inner corner, I'm trying to keep my face very similar. So I'm going to go into this palette, which is kind of old. It's a good 2 years maybe. Too Faced The Power of Makeup, and I'm gonna use Champagne Truffle. It's so pretty, and it's also pretty brightening. Like, it's pretty damn bright. So using that, I'm just gonna go ahead and make, ooh, okay, I'm feeling myself. So now that that's done, then the last thing that I have to do is, well, not the last thing, but for my face, the last thing is blush. So I'm just gonna use today the Wet n Wild one, just because this one is called Mellow Wine, and I love wine, but I ain't mellow about it. Ooh, that looks good. I'm looking like a snack. Okay. The next thing I'm gonna do is my lips. Very nice nude lip, and again, you can just leave this here just like this, but I don't do that. I'm gonna take Swank by Bare Minerals, the liquid lipstick, and I'm just going to put that on top, and this is just gonna give it a red tint. But I do, ooh, I do actually love the way that Spice Girl is brown, and it just makes it really nice and neutral. And then this just kind of alternates it, and this is very close to my eyes. And I'm not done yet, but I'm about to be. I'm gonna take Marc Jacobs lip gloss. I don't know what this is called because I think the sticker came off, but that's gonna go right here, and this is just gonna make it slightly lighter, very glossy. Just find my nasty hoe. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is set my face. Oh my God. Okay. And then I'm going to do my hair, and then I'll be right back.